What's up guys, Patrick here at Spartansuppz.com with a supplement review on Mutated Nation's Crack3d Amped. A little hard to see, it's a very shiny label, pretty dope looking packaging with black and gold. This is most certainly a high stim pre-workout. It's designed to increase energy, boost mental focus, get you charged up and crush your workout in the gym. We're going to go over the ingredients. We'll go over dosing as best we can. We'll tell you what each of the ingredients does. We'll go over flavors, mixability, effects, absolutely, since it is a high stim pre-workout. And I'll tell you what I think about the product as well. So, no messing about, let's jump straight into it. On screen now, you're going to see a nutritional information panel for this here Mutated Nation Crack3d. Each of these serves is going to give you 4.5 grams of active ingredients. Pretty hard, it's a pretty small concentrated scoop, and that is made up of beta-alanine. First up, beta-alanine is a great performance boosting ingredient. What it does is buffers the buildup of lactate and hydrogen ions, so you can basically push yourself harder for longer before you reach that point of lactate inflection, it's called, where things slow down and where lactate inhibits the actual performance of muscle. So you can do more damage. Next up in the ingredient blend is creatine hydrochloride. Creatine HCl I'm a big fan of because it's much more concentrated, it has a very high solubility and cell permeability. So pretty much means you can take a lot less of it and get a lot better result. Much more concentrated, it's going to increase muscle strength and muscle power. So you can basically do more work, and it works in synergism alongside beta-alanine. So one gives you sort of more fuel and more energy to perform better because it recycles ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate or energy. And the other one side, beta-alanine, is helping you to buffer that and push up that glass ceiling that the muscles have in terms of lactate threshold as well. So the two complement each other very well. One point to note on this though, this is a proprietary blend, so I can't speak to the dosing of many of the ingredients at all. So, but based on where they are, you would have to assume, and the amount of ingredients, that few of these are clinically dosed, very few, but that is really not the point behind this, but we'll get to that when we go further down the ingredient list. Next up on the list is some acetyl L-tyrosine. Excellent ingredient for mental focus. It helps to sort of balance out some of the stimulants in there, and it's going to help really zone you in. The acetyl version is much more concentrated, much more potent, and you get a good boost in choline levels, so you're going to get a nice boost in brain function, mental cognition, you'll feel good, and you'll be in the zone. It'll help to channel some of the energy. Having too many stimulants and sort of nothing to help channel that energy can sometimes leave you a bit scattered, a little bit misdirected energy, but this really helps to zone it in. Next up, we've got some betaine nitrate. Now, betaine nitrate is the concentrated version of betaine anhydrous, which is excellent at raising muscle carnosine levels, which helps with creatine production, so you can produce more energy, I should say. Again, it feeds into that process of recycling energy, so you can basically do more damage. So that's the whole idea of a pre-workout, is to give you more fuel, to give you more energy. People generally assimilate and associate the energy side of things with caffeine, when really that doesn't provide that much real physical energy, it more provides the perception of energy. So betaine, creatine, and so on, they actually help you to produce more ATP, which is quite literally energy. Next up is caffeine. 300 milligrams is the amount, I can tell you in that one. So that's a fair hit, that's definitely on the higher end. Caffeine is a great central nervous system stimulant. It's a must-have in any pre-workout. Caffeine anhydrous is very fast acting, it gets into your system very quick, and it's going to provide a nice increase in mental alertness, really wake you up, get you fired up, get you focused, and it's also great for decreasing reaction times and really sort of like getting your body prepared for performance. There's not really a clinical dose for caffeine, but the performance boosting range is really sort of somewhere between 200 and 400. This is right in the middle of that. 400 is absolutely on the extreme side. So this is a good amount it's on the high amount without being ludicrous, I'd say. I would say it's definitely on the very high end though. Next up, we've got some theanine. Theanine is great as a relaxant and a calming agent as well. So because this is a high stimulant product, this is going to help to balance you out and keep cortisol levels down and prevent you from getting sort of anxious, which is one of the side effects of higher stimulant intake for some people. Very person dependent, but having a little bit of theanine in there is going to help to balance you out and actually get you sort of focused on the workout instead of having the anxiety attack. Next up, we've got some AMP citrate. AMP citrate was banned in the US, but as far as I know, but it was not, has never been here. So Excellent stimulant, great feel effect, probably one of the most euphoric stimulants around. Excellent for mental focus. I really like it because it's very hard. It's much harder to build up a tolerance to as well. And the sense of well-being on the ingredient and the nice sort of like savage sort of alertness is fantastic. So I personally am a big fan of Amped citrate. I think it's a great stimulant, and I'm rapt to see it return into a product as well. The next stimulant is also pretty cool, DMHA, or 2-amino-6-methylheptane. This has been labeled as the new DMAA, and it's a milder form of it. It works in a sort of a similar fashion but to a lesser degree, and you get a nice, clean, euphoric sense of well-being and a nice sort of focused energy as well. You feel really alert, your body feels really, your peripheral nervous system's really woken up, you feel good, and you get a nice sort of like, you just feel like damn fine. When you're training on it, you don't feel quite as forced, and you feel sort of nice and clean, happy sort of energy. It would definitely get you in a better mood to train, and it does have those sort of like mood promoting benefits as well. The other cool thing about DMHA is it basically lowers your pain receptors as well, so you can more or less do more damage without feeling it, which obviously works in synergism with the beta-alanine, creatine, and betaine. So you've got the increased capacity and the decreased perception, so you can push yourself and do more damage. And the last ingredient is some synephrine hydrochloride, which is another quite potent and concentrated stimulant. And I love synephrine because it gets going very fast and it's a great mood enhancing one as well. So that's what's in it. No doubt a very high stimulant product. So while I'm talking about some of the wrapping up on the ingredients, which there are not a huge amount of ingredients. Basically there's no pump type ingredients. There's no agmatine, citrulline or anything like that. We're going to take a scoop of this while we're doing this, chuck it in our foam shaker, mix it up. So this is definitely a stimmy pre-workout. Lots of stimulants, lots of performance boosting ingredients, and that's pretty much it. So this is not a complete pre-workout, this is a concentrated stimulant pre-workout. So there we go, red Spartan shaker, my favorite color. Giving it a few shakes. We've got a double wall glass. I've got the mango flavor. Comes in two, mango and orange. I don't really get down with orange, so mixes really well. There's not a huge amount of ingredients. And the flavor is pretty damn good. It's got a little bit of mild bitterness, but very, very mild, but it's a nice sort of tangy watermelon. It actually tastes quite real. So I typically am not a fan of mango, but that's pretty damn good. So in terms of the effects, which is really all that matters in a pre-workout, the flavor and the mixability and all that sort of stuff, realistically, no one really cares. What's most important with a pre-workout is the effect. So this gives you a very hard-hitting energy. It gets going quite fast. The first time using this, I was posting on it, getting some posting done, getting back to some emails and so on. I'd already had it, and it was about 20 minutes later, it just like exploded in my head. I thought, I have to go and train right now. So it's very commanding of your attention and the very sort of forceful energy. The energy I found was very aggressive as well. It was hard hitting and it was relentless. You just wanted to keep pushing through your workout and keep punching the weights up and going and going and going. So on the times that I've had it, I've used this product now 4 times. Each time has been pretty damn good. One of the workouts was probably it didn't hit quite as hard, but I'd relate that to other sort of like lack of sleep and so on typically, but the workout's performance was been really good. Pumps, not so much, but in terms of a pure, savage, hard-hitting energy type product, this is good. If you like something that's really stimmy and you want those sort of harder-hitting dimethyl type products, this Cracked is really something that you might want to check out because it's got that real sort of cracked out, methy, hard-hitting energy feeling. So if you want a high stim pre-workout, check out this Crack3d Amped. It's got 40 serves per container for $69.95, so the value for money is quite good when you factor in it's got 10 more serves than most pre-workouts. It's available now on Spartansuppz.com. Shipping worldwide from $9.95 flat rate, and free shipping over $100 anywhere in Australia. Thank you for watching. If you like this review on Mutated Nation Crack3d Amped, be sure to hit the like button down below, drop a comment with your feedback, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. I'm Patrick from Spartansuppz.com.